Welcome to the SpaceWheel channel. I have a very big year planned for 2025, and I want to share that with you guys. It might be a busy year, but it's going to be a productive year. Mother's Home was a great learning experience for me, and I had so much fun making that game, but I want to leave it in 2024 and move on to the next game. So there will be an announcement trailer probably early next year, and this will be to the next project that I'm going to be working on for probably that entire year. Now, although I can't say too much about this game, I will say that it's an underwater first-person boss battle game. Now, there's going to be way more story to this game. Not that Mother's Home didn't have more story to it. I just felt like it was my first game that I published in Unreal, so I was still getting a handle on the engine, and I felt like I just didn't have the time to include every little piece of the story that I wanted to. So a lot of it got cut, and although a lot of it got cut, I feel like it was still very beneficial to see players go through the experience without a whole lot of information, because I was super impressed. A lot of people connected dots that I wasn't sure if they would, but it let me know that you can let the story breathe a little bit. I'm not saying you cut it all out, but it was a good experience. It was a good learning experience. Honestly, with Mother's Home, I was just surviving there at the end. I was just surviving. Now, another thing that 2025 will include is I will have a demo to this game. I'm not sure when, but I'm going to try to make it before the Steam Next Fest, which I think the deadline is in April. If I can't make it to that deadline, then I'm going to just shoot for the later Steam Next Fest. But I may just contact Steam and see if they can postpone the festival until my game's done. That's a joke. But that is my goal. I want to enter a Steam Next Fest this year, and I need a demo to do that. So shooting for April. If not April, then it'll probably be October. So devlogs. Devlogs is going to start being a bigger part of my channel, not just the shorts that I was making. I was making YouTube Reels for Mother's Home and showing a little bit of behind the scenes of how I was making things. But for next year and the new game, I'm going to start making longer form content, and just longer devlogs. It may take me a little bit before I can get to that point to where I can start posting devlogs, just because I want to have something visually appealing before I start posting things, because I don't want to have just a default project with a default cube floating around, although geometry is cool. You know what? I might think about it. Now, moving on from the project, though, I am leaning towards starting a Patreon probably mid of next year. Not sure how I feel about it right now. I don't like putting things behind a paywall, but it would help the studio out tremendously, even if it was just a little bit, and I could pay for more contractors to work on certain things and just have more hands on the project. I think that it would help. And I wouldn't bother just having tiers that's like, hey, send me money just for your support of the studio. I don't like that. I want to give you guys some value and some benefits. I want to give you guys something in return. Some of the benefits I'm thinking about right now is a Patreon exclusive podcast. It's all about game dev topics. I would take questions, or, I could have a voting poll on what topics you guys want to hear. And also maybe just play your games live on the podcast, like toward the end, like have segments. I'm not sure right now. But not only that, I would have a private Discord for Patreon members only. And then some of the bigger tiers could be you have the opportunity to play test my games or get the demo like 1 week early before it actually releases. So those are just some of the things I'm thinking about, and I think that it would be pretty beneficial and a good value there. And I wouldn't make the tiers expensive. The ideas are still loose, but I am leaning towards making a Patreon, and it probably will come. I wouldn't post a Patreon right now just because I'd like to grow my channel a little bit more before I start that journey. Now to a less important part. I'm actually going to be moving to North Carolina at some point next year, and I do think it's kind of weird because apparently a lot of game devs live over there. It was just kind of a coincidence. I didn't know that. But it's kind of cool. I know moving sucks, but I've just lived in Tennessee my entire life, and I'm just kind of ready for a change, Nothing against Tennessee. I feel like I need to be with my real people. My dad is convinced that he's been abducted by aliens, so I'm semi-joking. But as we end the new year, I hope everybody has a blessed and Merry Christmas. Have a great holiday, and enjoy your feast, or whatever. whatever you do for the holidays, enjoy it. I hope everyone had a great year, and here's to another. Do not give up on your dreams, and good luck on your adventures for 2025. I hope to see you guys soon. Take care.